What's up, y'all? This is Hussein Nasser from iGeometry, and today we will discuss editing attributes for a feature or a row in a feature class or a table. Alright, so I went ahead and created a button, I think. Yeah, an add-in button where we will have our example here. When we click on that button, we will edit an existing attribute of an existing feature, right? Obviously, this code can be applied to creating a new feature and editing attribute as well, so it's very simple. All right, so that's my map that I created. That's my button. Again, I'm going to reference how to create a button here. All right, so that's my first layer. There is a layer, that's the only layer there. That's the feature, and that's the attribute I want to edit. Okay, so it's very important to know the type of the attribute you're editing here. So if we go to properties, fields, connected tower, that's the attribute I'm editing. It's a text, so I'm gonna write some text in that attribute. Okay, and so the first step is to actually find that feature you're editing, and the basic thing to find the text. There are many ways to find a feature, but the simplest way is to find it using an object ID. Okay, so the object ID of this is 1. You can query for the feature using query filter, but once you get a feature, that's how you edit a feature basically. So we're talking about just simple in-place surgical edits if you want. All right, let's go ahead and find that feature. All right, written this code a lot. First thing is always finding my document. Find a document. Find them documents using, come on, okay, equal arcmap dot application dot document as focus map dot layer sub 0. Again, you're gonna complain, and we're gonna add you. I know it's a feature layer. I can make this assumption. PF layer equal this as usual. Oh. Again, this is a new project, so it's gonna complain. It's gonna yell at me for every single line of code I write. Find the first layer. Okay, what do I want to do? Feature class, get feature. Okay, dude, come on. First, get feature by object ID. That's the best thing ever. It's the easiest thing, right? Just, and then p feature, and we just found the feature, right? But we can't just edit a feature, can we? We have to start an edit session. So what is the best way to start an edit session here? So you have to get the workspace, and to get the workspace you have to, let's see if I can do this in one line. You can do element feature class, and the whole thing is actually a data set. So I data set. I'm not sure if this is gonna work or not. Right, the whole thing is, dude, that should work. What? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Other way around. And then you do that, and then you close that. Don't do this at home. This is very bad. Then you do as workspace. Oh man, actually possible. All right. So what we did, like, you get the layer, get the feature class, cast it to a data set, so we can get the workspace, and then cast the workspace, so a workspace edit, and then you do start editing, and then you do, no, I'm not interested in undo redo, because this is a testing, start edit operation, and then we do the feature dot, this is the, okay, before we, let's pay workspace, god damn it, p workspace edit dot, why? Oh, he doesn't like that because I didn't continue. Alright. dot stop edit operation, b workspace edit dot stop editing, and then I'm gonna save. Duh, of course I want to save. Yeah, make changes, why not? All right, so that's how we edit. To edit a feature attribute, you have to know the index on which this attribute is located. And usually one could use this, right? So if you know the feature attribute, you could just say 2, 3 equal my new tower ID. That's the value, by the way. But this is bad. Don't do this, because assuming that the index is always going to be hard-coded is really bad. Don't do this. So, but the name of the field should always exist, right? So the way to do this is you have to find the index of the field, and then after that you will basically get that index and put it here, right? So a lot of people do this, right? So p-feature dot feature class dot fields dot find field, and then you specify the name, and it was connected tower ID, I believe. That's the field name. That's another misconception here. Let me clarify. You have to give the field physical name. There are a field alias name. This doesn't take that. It takes the physical name, right? Once you did that, you get the field, and then this will return an integer. Yes, an integer. And then the integer goes to the value, and then you replace the value with the new value you want, and that's it. Okay. Be careful while doing this in a loop. Okay. Again, you can do a lot of optimization. So this is a loop in its entirety, right? So if you're doing a loop in a loop, you'll be doing a big O in square. You don't want that, right? So you might want push this up, right? So if you're doing find field is basically looping through if you have like 70, 100 fields, I don't know if that's possible, but if you have that, it's gonna search every time through the table and find that field. So you might want to index that, save it somewhere up outside your loop, and then do your work. But just for just for sake of example, this is, by the way, 0, 1, 2. I think it's a 0 base index. So this is where return 2, connected tower. So that's the alias. And then you do fields, connected tower, and that's the physical name. What a goddamn, there's a name, connected tower ID. And I think the case doesn't matter. It's ArcObject smart enough to find it, but let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Bold. Did I just stop? That's stupid operation. And edit-attribute. I think I just drank a lot of coffee. I drank a lot of coffee. That's why I'm so hyper. I'm sorry. All right. Where's my goddamn button? I thought it's there. Edit. Attribute. What did I call it? Attribute editor? Ugh. Whatever. iGeometry. Let's just go to iGeometry. Editing feature attributes. That's what we called it. It's the worst name ever. Okay. Guys, pay attention. Connected tower is null. And then just that click, it didn't crash. I mean, it works, I think. So we go open that back, and it's it's still null. God damn it. What happened? Dude, I thought we were friends. What happened here? Oh my god. Okay. All right, I know what's happening. All right. Okay. So we did discuss that, but I totally did this on purpose, guys. So I'm trying to. So what happened here is that we set the value, but we didn't actually store it. So it never got sent to the database. So that's the most important step that you have to do. After you set the value, You have to actually tell me to store it or not. Maybe you're just bluffing. Maybe you don't want it. You're doing it locally on your memory here. So this store actually is going to send the update SQL statement to the database, be it featured file database or SQL or Postgres or Oracle. Just SDE, which is the magical system that translates things, right? And that's good. That's good that we saw this error. Actually, that's a user error. That's a developer error, I think. Yeah. So it's good. People will run into this. You'll say, "Oh, why is my values not storing? I just wrote the same code. What the hell, dude? What the hell, dude? You're lying to us, man. That's not cool." All right, let's go back. Attribute, no, click. You notice that? It just did something. Ah! Look at that. Look at that. And that's it, guys. Really, that's how you edit a feature attribute. Same thing exactly applies to tables. Exactly. You only change this, and instead of iFeature, you treat it as an iRow. Literally, it's the same. I'm telling you guys. Just watch Pirates of the Caribbean. That's why I talk like that. All right, guys. I'm sorry if I'm so hyper today, but I'm gonna see you in the next one. Hope you like this. Subscribe, like, share, favorite, add to playlist, share with your friend, tell your mother about this, tell everyone, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Goodbye.